Today at the Senate Judiciary Committee, things got intense and revealing. Senator Kennedy grilled Judge Vodzak with questions that hit like a freight train. This hearing definitely adds fuel to the fire over judicial appointments. Things started with some banter. Senator Kennedy joked about sneaking beers in high school with Senator Casey, getting a laugh, but then, the mood shifted. Kennedy questioned Judge Vodzak about her past membership in NAPABA. The questions quickly took a sharp turn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations to each of you. Judge Saporito,
Yes.
you and Senator Casey went to high school together?
Yes, we did, Senator.
Did you ever see Senator Casey try to sneak a beer past Jesus in high school?
I never saw that, Senator.
Oh, okay. Wise answer. Judge Vaca, you are a member of an organization called the National Association Pacific American Bar Association, are you not?
I was, Senator. My membership lapsed at the beginning of this year, but I was a member for 2 years.
Well, my record shows you were a member for 22 years.
Senator, that was a mistake, and I actually sent a letter after I saw that mistake to the committee, so it was 2 years.
Okay.
Kennedy noted NAPABA is funded by the Open Society Foundations, yes, tied to George Soros. He pressed Judge Vodzak about the group's support for transgender women in sports and opposition to ICE detainers. She denied knowing about either, saying she joined just to connect with other Asian American legal professionals.
And I'll call it the NAPABA, is that the correct acronym?
I think NAPABA.
NAPABA?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And NAPABA is funded by Mr. George Soros, is it not?
Senator, I'm not familiar with the funding. I was a member and I paid the dues, but I had no contact with any of the members there, and so that's why I let my membership lapse.
Well, its website says that it's funded by the Open Society Foundations, which are founded by Mr. George Soros. Now, NAPABA, in March of 2023, while you were still a member, NAPABA issued a statement, and it said that it supports allowing transgender and intersex girls and women to participate in all sports. Is that correct?
Senator, I'm not familiar with NAPABA's statement, so I'll take your word for it.
You didn't know anything about that?
No, Senator, I joined the organization because I thought it would give me a community of other Asian American attorneys and judges, but I didn't have any interaction with anyone in the group. I didn't attend any meetings or vote, and so I'm not aware of that statement or any of other statements made by NAPABA.
So this is all an epiphany to you. Is that right?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. NAPABA also issued a statement that said the following. It supports state and local governmental entities that choose not to honor ICE detainer requests and that also decline to detain individuals solely on the basis of an ICE detainer request. So NAPABA opposes supporting ICE. Is that correct?
From what you just read, Senator, I guess I haven't read that statement, but I can tell you, Senator, that I don't ascribe to any of those statements that you just read to me.
Okay.
Here's where it blew up. Kennedy confronted her with a quote from 2020, "Institutional racism impacts all of society." She added, "It's amplified in our criminal justice system." Kennedy pounced, asking if the courts are institutionally racist. She tried to clarify, but he kept pressing. Things got real uncomfortable real fast.
Judge, in October of 2020, you ran for judge, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And on a talk radio interview, here's what you said. I'm going to quote.
Okay.
It's okay. We also need to recognize the effects of racism on our criminal justice system. Institutional racism impacts all of society. I think that is amplified in our criminal justice system. We see that in the disproportionate number of black men and women being incarcerated and convicted, end quote. Did I read that correctly?
Senator, I haven't listened to that particular show, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, okay.
Like these Senate showdowns? Hit subscribe and turn on notifications for weekly breakdowns and confirmation drama. Judge Vodzak didn't just sit there, she clarified she doesn't believe the courts are racist. She acknowledged real disparities in incarceration rates but said it's not just about race. Still, Senator Kennedy pressed her on her past words. This hearing was about more than one judge. It's about who defines justice in America.
What do you think our criminal justice system is institutionally racist, do you?
Senator, I don't believe that our court system, by its nature, is racist.
Why did you say this then?
Well, what I meant by that was that I believe there are racial disparities in our communities.
Yeah, but that's not, we both know there's racism in every society, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But that's not what you said. You said the criminal justice system is not just racist, it's institutionally racist. And then you said that, I'm going to quote your words, not mine, the disproportionate number of black men and women incarcerated and convicted are because of race. Did you say that?
Senator, what I was talking about was the racial disparities in...
And you said it solely has to do with the color of a person's skin. You really believe that, Judge?
Well, no, Senator, I don't believe that at all.
Why did you say it? You said it, you were running for judge, you said it in front of God and country on a live.
What I said, Senator, was that I recognize that racial disparities in our community can influence rates of incarceration.
That's not what you said. You're a political activist, aren't you, Judge?
No, not at all, Senator.
Yeah. Okay, I'm over. Thanks, Mr. Chairman, for your indulgence.
Senator Welch?
So what do I think? Honestly, this was one of the more telling Senate exchanges I've seen. It showed how political and personal these confirmation processes have become. Judge Vodzak's record is under a microscope, and that 2020 quote might cost her. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay sharp, stay informed.